Commander Adams was a seasoned battle-hardened warrior. There was not much he hadn't seen on the battlefield in all of his years of service. But this would change. On a route human patrol in a scout master ship wasn't the strongest vessel this side of human space, but it was nimble and fast, just what you need to zip in and out of alien enemies' territories. Commander Adams was the only one holding back these damn aliens, with his hit-and-run tactics and stern composure to get the job done. The humans had been locked in a stalemate with the aliens, and the commander and his crew held them back with strategic strikes to the alien supply depots and crucial shipbuilding factories, had halted the aliens in their tracks, unable to advance into human space. It almost seemed that a retreat was in order, but that was not an option. The Queen demanded her generals to see her at once for an emergency meeting. She demanded that they figure out how to stop the lone human ship. Surely with our more advanced technology, they should not pose any more of a threat than a green crewsack, a local bug that often was squashed easily by young ones. Is there anyone here who would like to explain why we are stalled in my advancements into human-controlled space? She bellowed in a loud but clear voice. The generals turned to each other with claws on their chins, rubbing nervously. One of the generals stepped forward with a hesitating motion. "Yes, General Kozbinkiak. What do you have to say?" Kozbinkiak paused for a moment before answering. "I have a new suggestion if the Queen will permit me to speak freely." "Go on. This better be a good plan," she sighed. The general finally spoke. "I have recently been conducting intel gathering methods and may have gained a winning play to finally beat this lone ship once and for all." "Do tell," the Queen answered with half interest. The general approached the Queen and motioned to only tell her, "My Queen, all I can say at the moment is that it's very old valuable key information, and I will fix this human problem for you." The Queen rolled her long blinking eyes. "Very well, do as you must. But be warned, any failure will be met with demotion and credit cuts." She and her personal guards left. Humans. With a crew of 6, this ship was nicknamed the Ghost by alien forces, taunting and slipping through so-called tight defenses. The race of aliens they battled were called Garthtrix. These prideful aliens are a mix of reptilians and apes and knew they could easily take the light scout ship but could never lock onto it and unleash hell. Commander Adams had never told the crew, but he secretly knew why they could not lock onto the ship's energy signatures. It was because it was so old and patched up that it went undetected by alien scanners until after it had left the area. This frustrated the alien General Kozbinkiak to boiling point. He was under heavy pressure from the Queen to put an end to this stubborn lone human ship. Every time he had to make a report to the Queen, he would try and leave out any incidents involved the scout ship dubbed the Ghost, as the Queen threatened to demote him and put him on a cleaning crew in the wastelands. He grew more inclined to use the information gathered from the human prisoners, which made him not sure if the information was correct, and if the humans' prisoners had been lying. Out of options, he deployed the new mission to begin to get all the information out the prisoners, a part which he hadn't told the Queen about, as she thought he had already gathered the intel and it would ensure a victory. Commander Adams chuckled at the thought of the alien general getting punished. He could never understand the language that they spoke, but could certain read the face, and it wasn't looking good. The alien general finally needed a win, and came up with a plan that involved an old ancient human tactic that he had picked up from the endless mind torture of humans the aliens captured. The plan involved basic physics. Knowing the speed and quick nimble movements with the ship's stats was to hyperjump directly in the path of the ship with shields at full power. This would ensure a victory for the alien general and get the Queen off his back. The stage was set. All he needed now was to plant some juicy intel on a moon near the border of human-controlled space, a playground for Commander Adams and his Ghost Scout ship. Commander Adams had received a urgent message from High Council Command, which read, "One of our mining outposts near Quadrant 5 Alpha has been attacked, but somehow there were no deaths or injuries, but a victory claiming a light drone scout from the aliens." Commander Adams smiled at the crew, which looked worried that it was a trap. The scout ship dropped out of hyperspace and the commander ordered, "Do a barrel roll hard, left now." The scout ship did this with ease, and at that moment the alien ship landed right at the spot the human ship had been. The quick movements of the human scout ship had created a gravity wake which acted like a crushing vacuum that would chew you up and spit you out, and the alien vessel was caught right in it, and was flung directly into the path of a huge solid titanium asteroid and blew up on impact as the shields of the alien vessel was disabled by the gravity wake. The crew, with mouths wide open, could not believe what they had just seen, as they slowly regained focus, asking the commander, "How the heck did you know that was going to happen, sir?" The commander, with a smug look on his face, hands on his hips, answered, "Well, you see, I am much older than I look, and I wrote the book on ancient human warfare tactics, the same intel the prisoners would have gave up unwillingly." The crew looked at each other in astonishment. Commander Adams and his crew knew this was only a small but well-deserved victory and continued their patrols like nothing had happened, as you do in times of greatness, because this foe wasn't done with them yet. Commander Adams relayed the victory to the High Council Command, while resupplying at a distant outpost. The Council also had some good news for the crew. Apparently, another race of aliens had been watching this battle for some time, and that last move that the Ghost Scout ship had done impressed them, and they wanted to join the humans in the fight to push back these space bullies. The news of General Kazbinkiak finally reached the Queen, and his death seemed quite stupid to her, only because it didn't make any sense, and pondered how that was even possible. The final end to the message rang in her ears for some time: "Humanity, fuck yeah."